Hi everybody, Marty Rubin, and I'm back for another segment of Marty's Corner. And we have today Jon Peterson, who is starring in Cabaret. He plays the haunted, talented, charismatic MC.
Oh boy.
Welcome, Jon.
That's quite an introduction. Thank you
Hey,
for having me.
we're thrilled to have you here. So we last saw you at the Argyle Theater. You were playing Carmen Mia, right? In The Producers.
The Producers, yeah.
That was a hilarious role, but over the top.
A lot of fun, yeah, unfortunately.
Is it so different for you to switch gears and play this role now?
No, not at all. I always forget it, but once I've done a role, it's gone temporarily. I put it on the back burner so I can focus. Like after this, I'm playing Jacob Marley in Christmas Carol up in Worcester, Massachusetts, which is completely different.
So you just get a roll with it.
So I just drop the last one, focus on the second one, and then it sort of inhabits itself.
Now, I had the pleasure of seeing you in this role 10 years ago.
Oh, at the Jon
yes, another theater.
Another theater. Yeah.
And I have to tell you, in a sports analogy, you haven't lost a step.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, is it more challenging physically or mentally to play a role 10 years later?
I would say physically, definitely physically. Mentally, I think it's easier because you have more experience, especially for a role like this, which is so layered and complex. You need a bit of cerebral, to throw in there. So I have that, but physically, it hurts a bit more. I have to warm up constantly through the show. When I'm not on stage, I'm in the wings going because it's my back.
It's a challenging role.
My back is 10 years older. Yeah.
Yes. Well, so many famous actors have taken on this role. Do you ever look back at, let's say, Joel Grey and see how he approached the role?
Not lately, but initially I did because, in fact, the first time I saw Cabaret was the movie with Joel Grey, and such an inspiring performance. I mean, the archetypal, monumental MC was Joel Grey. No one's going to compare to him.
Iconic. Yeah.
I think so. It's my opinion. We all have our own opinions. People like the Alan Cumming creation, which is the one I was doing. That was the version I was doing. I was one of the MCs that came into that production after him. To me, it's not my taste what he did. To me, it's not my taste. Joel Grey to me is I think it was a little gratuitous, some of the last one, but that's just my opinion. So when I took over that role, I tried to not look at Alan Cumming, but because I had to do the same moves and wear the same costume and have the same tattoos, but which are fake. But I tried to just be true to it and be the character, be in the moment, be in the times, because the events.
And you really do.
Oh, thank you. Well, the events from 1930 onwards in Berlin. That little bubble of time before the First and Second.
There are so many terrific songs that you sing in the show. I mean, it runs the gamut. Emotional, funny, heartbreaking.
Brilliant.
What do you have to do to get the right vibe for all the different songs?
Be in the moment. Be in the moment you're in the show, what the events are doing at that moment, because we can't predict what's happening tomorrow. So I'm just living in the moment, and that brings the truth to it, in honesty. Because, and also the one song in the show where the show pivots is "If You Could See Me Through My Eyes."
Terrific song.
Which I won't tell you who his partner is, but when you come see the show, you'll find out. That is a moment where it starts a very jolly show song, and then turns at the end. Because the MC in those cabarets back then, in early 1930s Berlin, it was a little bubble of time between World War I and World War II, where Germany's economy crashed, and that little bubble of hedonism between the two world wars came to an end, but the MCs at these cabarets would taunt. The soldiers would come to the cabaret for entertainment from the Reich, or the fascist party, and would taunt them, and early on they would get away with it. They would enjoy being taunted and teased, and slowly as those few years went by, people would start to disappear. They'd start to spray on the shop windows of the poor Jews, and the gay people and the gypsies, anyone that wasn't Aryan and cookie cutter was basically disposed of.
That is not a Brooklyn accent that you have over there.
No, I'm British.
That's where you're from. Where in England are you from?
I'm from London. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I came here first as an assistant to assist a choreographer in 1998. At the end of the night, so I've been here for 23 years. It feels like 5.
Wow.
It's gone by so. They say life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the quicker it goes. And it's really, at this point, it's just...
Jon, what does it feel like for you to be back in front of a live audience after this industry was essentially shut down for a year and a half?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. However, it took me about 4 performances before I realized that I was back, because it's so normal to me. There wasn't anything, it wasn't any big, like, now I'm in front of a live audience. It was just like, and then 4 days later I was like, oh, I'm gone, I'm performing again. So I did shoot 2 movies during COVID. Actually, one, two. So I have worked, but I haven't been in front of an audience.
Yes.
So I've been used to, like, being an actor, a working actor. But
well, it's great to see you back on stage doing your thing.
It's great, yeah. But I didn't have any of that. Will I still be able to do it?
You were confident.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I'm not a confident person at all. But it's what I do, I suppose.
Right.
It's like, oh, good, now we can get back to work.
When you're taking your final bows, and the cheering stops and the curtain comes down.
Yeah.
What do you want the audience to take away from seeing Cabaret?
This show. I hope it leaves them thinking. I hope it stirs some thought in them, because Cabaret is a story of people I said before, in a little bubble of time, who get caught up in the events of the day. The events where Germany took a drastic lurch to the right. That's right, camera, isn't it? Camera. And they started pointing, because when things go wrong, people point. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's the minorities. It's the Jews. It's the gay people. It's the people trying to get into my country. So they make Germany great again. It was called "We Will Build a Better." The Builders of a New Germany. That was what it was. Their version of "Make America Great Again."
Yeah.
But if you allow it to go too far, it's human nature. Humans like to be in the top pack, and they like there to be lower packs than them that they can squash.
So there's a lot of layers, a lot to this show.
Of layers, and it's all about human nature, and it's a moral tale. It really is. Don't let your prejudices take over, because where's it going to get you?
Yes.
It's never gotten anyone anywhere ever in history. Don't think it's going to start now.
Well, Jon, thank you so much for being on Marty's Corner.
Oh.
And the show is awesome. The cast is so talented. We are playing. Yes, go for it, Jon.
Cabaret, the music.
Oh my God, terrific!
It's the best musical, I think, ever written. And if you don't think that, there must be something wrong with you, because it's the Shakespeare of musicals. It really is.
Well, we're playing straight through October 24th. Great opportunity to see Jon Peterson and the rest of this great cast. So we can't wait to see you at the Argyle Theater.
Thank you.